So I shared the first part of 2017 for me documenting, and I wanted to share the second part. This is March, April, and I think May. Yes, May. March, April, and May. I don't like this album. I'm probably going to switch back to a Simple Stories. I think this is all that I had at the moment, but this is a fat album, literally bursting. So let me show you in here. All right, let's get started. So here's my opening page. I think I used a bunch of Bella Boulevard. And then to the digital press, my folder of the digital press, and I pulled out everything green that I liked, and I made this green collage. I may do this again. It was so fun. This is the opening page for March. It's about my workout using Kelly stamps and a few really old veneers. Then this one was a Tracy Reed kit, and I had decided, I don't know, I still feel kind of like weird sharing this, but I felt like dancing outside, you know, like spring wasn't coming and I just felt like dancing outside. So I took some selfies to kind of celebrate myself and just to, I don't know, just because. So I took some selfies of myself, and then I used the Tracy Reed kit. I don't remember what it was. Elizabeth, I think. This Tracy Reed kit was Elizabeth. And so I just did that, and I used lots of her florals. And I love this quote, "Nevertheless, she persisted." This one was a fun book one with color cast designs. I sometimes pretend to myself that I have insomnia, when what I really have is a good book and inadequate respect for tomorrow. So absolutely true. And then this one, I'm always taking selfies in my bed reading, because that's where I read a lot of these days. And then this is about my love-hate relationship with Mondays, because Mondays, I don't know. And I loved this. I made this. I just typed it out. If Monday had a face, I would punch it. And this was another Tracy Reed kit. I think it was actually the same kit. Yeah, it was the same kit. I just pulled out a different color scheme to match this outfit. And I used the blues and the yellows, and then a pop of green. This one was the digital press with a bunch of color cast designs. Just a really busy day shopping and getting ready to leave for the weekend. And then this one is the weekend with my friend. He bought a house, and I used a lot of embellishments. I just went crazy for it, and I even used some washi tape. I like it. It's fun, it's busy, I like it. This is the back side in a creative bubble, and I think this is Kelly stamps. This is another Tracy Reed kit. I think this one's actually called She Blooms, and I was hiking, and so I just filled in the pockets and enamel dots and some flowers. So this is one of my favorite parks that I ride through and on my bike, and I just use the fun spring colors to document this picture because I love taking this picture throughout the seasons. This one I decided to do because it was about my son and how it was his birthday, and I couldn't believe he was 8 years old. And I just wanted to document the little story about how he's growing up so fast, so fast. It really does go fast. Now this one, I tried something totally different. I was a scrapbook rebel, I guess you could say, and I really wanted to see if I liked it. I took Project Life app pieces and printed it all out so I could make a hybrid layout. So I made a hybrid layout from Project Life app. It was a lot of fun. It was just something different. I don't think I've ever done it again, just because the ratios are a little bit off. I think it's only 70%. So it's not fully a 3x4 or a 4x6. So this one was a book spread. I pulled out the colors from this photo, and I just documented all the books that I read in March. And my kids, just a simple spread. This one I think repeats January spread that I did. January was over here. This little collage was over here, so I just flipped it. And then I used this color cast piece just to document my kiddos. And an everyday page. So much fun grading this digital card. It was for the digital press, and I just did a lot of brushes and layering, lots of rainbows, and then a funny Kelly Stamps, what do you call it? Oh, she calls it Friday Freebies. So I put that in there. And a favorite song I was listening to, Legos I built with my son, just all the everyday pieces. And oh, this one was so fun. This was another Project Life app page. I took the pieces in a 2x2 collage and I printed them out. And I loved how it came. I may have to try this again. Like I said, the pieces are not fully 3x4, so you have to scale them up. And sometimes when you scale things up from their original size, it can make them distorted. And then I have some super old wood veneer. And now we move on to April. I actually used a fancy tab. Yeah, I did this for this whole album. I did fancy tabs. So my husband, and a cute little selfie, and he sent me that on his birthday because I was sending him a bunch of memes and jokes on his birthday because he had to work on his birthday. This one is all about my crafting and crafty messes, and it's in a creative bubble and color cast designs. This one, another Project Life app. I was big on this, I guess, in this album. So this is all Project Life app, and I just pulled together some photos of my kids and and I use color cast designs. So fun. I love taking photos of them. I'm a big fan of that. I want to say big proponent of that, but I sound so fancy when I say it like that. But that's that spread. This one was one of my favorites. I basically stuck with the blue. Do you guys have this book holder? You should get one. They're like $15 on Amazon, and it holds your paperback books, hardback books, Kindles, whatever. It holds them open. So awesome. It's one of my favorite things I've ever bought. But this is all Kelly Stamps when she came out with the book review pages. And I just did blue, gray, and black. So much fun to make this. And I did little reviews for the books. Another Kelly Stamps. And this one I did multiple brushes here and here. And the little swatches. Lots of those. And I included, this was kind of my starting point for my color scheme because I had taken the personality type test and I'm an INFJT, and so this is my everyday spread. So love making these everyday spreads. Just so much fun to see little pieces of my life. So much fun. And then this is Allie Edwards, just a recap of April and using the detail story kit. And this one was in a creative bubble. For me, I don't know about you, but when I think of certain months, I think of certain color schemes. So for me, May is a lot of yellows and oranges and pinks. So that's what I went with here. Mix of all kinds of stuff. This one, another Project Life app page. I took a 3x4 card that had the stereo on it, and I just cut it out and used it as an embellishment. Same with the record player. So this one was fun. Mom Left Alone rocks out to music. Yep. This one was for the digital press. It was a book spread with a 3x8. 3x8 page. And then I just did two separate ones for my favorite books, Letters to the Lost and Alex Approximately. This one is the everyday spread, and instead of breaking some of these photos into smaller pieces, I just did a total of 4 pages. So I used In a Creative Bubble. This is my Mother's Day display. Love making this display. I put all the kids' special artwork there and everything. So much fun. And then this was the second part of it, including a text message from my husband, a beautiful sunset. When it starts to get warm, I start to make taco salad, my favorite. Going on a hike with hubby. And then this one was fun to write. I just wrote out all the fun things that were happening this month. Me and the kiddos. This was another Allie Edwards kit. I think it's details again. And I just included it. And I love this one too. We are awesome together. We were just hanging out on the porch. So cute. And then this is my wrap-up page with In a Creative Bubble. Just a selfie, a little recap, and a picture of my mom and I, and a Bitmoji. So much fun. So that is a wrap on May, April, and March in the Me album. I hope you enjoyed watching this walkthrough. I would love a thumbs up, or if you're new around here, I'd love a subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye.